Alright guys, welcome to shop management. We're going to cover a lot of theory in this class. We're going to cover how a shop operates. We're going to cover work orders, electronic work order systems. We're going to cover flat rate, calculating your pay rate. We're going to cover how to deal with customers. We're going to deal with different types of customers. How do you hire someone? How do you fire someone? How do you conduct job interviews? What are legal questions? What are not legal? We're going to cover warranties and warranty claims. We're going to cover kind of all of these items that go into owning or running a business. Now, we're going to start with safety. So, in operating a shop, some of the safety things that you need to be aware of are these. The Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS. MSDS is the paperwork that will go over all of the first aid information. It'll go over exactly what's included in the ingredients of a chemical, how to fight the fires of a particular chemical. Is it classed as a carcinogen, something that will cause cancer? Not only as a technician, because you need to be aware of MSDS, you have the right. If I, as a shop owner or manager, hand you a chemical and tell you I need you to use this, then you have the right to know what's in that chemical. Also, as an owner, you have to understand if you manage a business later, or if you're an owner, you have a responsibility to make this information available. Where might it come into play? Let's say somebody working for you, or you, I hope it never happens, get some type of chemical in your eye, or you inhale fumes from a particular chemical, and now you're not feeling well, and paramedics have to be involved. When the medics come and get you, they need to know what the proper first aid is and what that chemical is. An MSDS is what's going to provide them that information. Now, other things that get included in safety items for running a shop or a repair facility. PPE, glasses, boots. Now I know everybody immediately jumps on me about glasses. Well, I'm out working in the field and my boss doesn't require me to wear glasses. I understand that. A lot of times what you don't realize is on your first day of work, and all that paperwork you signed, usually there's also a disclaimer that says, if you get injured in the eye and you weren't wearing safety glasses, then there is no workman's comp. The job is not responsible to assist you. So now you're on your own with whatever medical bills come from trying to get that taken care of. Plus, you may now be eligible to be written up at a warning or even fired, which is different than laid off. We'll get back to that. But quite frankly, you're setting yourself up for troubles. You're not going to get your eyesight back. Eyesight doesn't heal the way a cut does, or a burn. Now, going in with other PPE, boots. Slip resistant, leather upper. That's really what you want to look for. A sneaker is just too easy for a power tool to go right through. You drop a drill, you drop a saw, you drop a torch, you don't have any protection. With a boot, you have a couple seconds. Also, I've watched it occur. I've watched people walk on a slippery floor. And I don't care how clean you attempt to keep your bay, it will get slippery sometimes. You don't have slip resistant boots on, you are definitely going to go down. And I've watched people break their ankles because of it. It's not pretty. Now, does it have to be steel toe? Does it not? Will steel toes collapse and crush your toes? It's preference. I've heard all the rumors. I've never seen it occur. I'm not going to say it can't. What I'll tell you though is I wore steel toes most of my career. There have been more than a few times that my toes came away unhurt, even though I rolled a car back on them or I dropped something on them because I had a steel toe. If I were working on cars every day, I'd probably still be wearing a steel toe. For the first time in my career, I've gone over to a soft toe just because it's lighter. It's a little bit more comfortable. And I don't need a steel toe every day. But that's your choice. Pants. No cotton, no canvas, no sweat, no PJ. It really needs to be denim or some type of a twill, a work pant. They will resist cuts and hits. You drop a part on you, you drop a tool, something hits them. It might still hurt, but at least it's not opening the skin on your legs. The other thing, and really work pants, Dickies, twill, they're good at what we call shedding moisture. They will keep water away from you. Now, why is that important? Now, comfort, yes, but think if you're working on a coolant leak and a radiator hose burst on you. You don't want anything that's going to absorb that hot coolant and keep it near your skin. You want something that in those 3 seconds it takes for you to back up, whatever you get on you, you can help brush off. Work pants are a lot better for that. Okay. So, 2 other safety items I want to hit real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Last little bit of PPE. Gloves. You're going to handle a lot of fluids that are, by their nature, carcinogens. They're known to cause cancer. Motor oil, coolant, refrigerant, different dyes and leak detector type things. I'm horrible at this. I can't tell you how many times I've eaten lunch with a handful of grease. It's really not healthy. It's really not good for you. You can use gloves, obviously, a good glove, one that's not just going to tear right away. But you can also get what they call barrier cream. It's a cream you can put on, and it at least makes it so that that grease and those chemicals sit above your skin. Because if they sit on your skin too long, your skin will absorb them. Those chemicals will make it in. All right. So, last kind of 2 big areas of safety, and there are some other safety points that you can read in the book on yourself, but last 2 other safety points I want to talk about are fire extinguishers. Know the difference between an A, a B, a C, and an ABC fire extinguisher. Your paper and wood, your electrical, your grease and oil. Those are different types of fires. You can put out paper and wood with water, but if you try to use water on a grease fire, instead of putting it out, it'll just spread it. That's how kitchen fires in people's homes end up burning the whole house down, because they try to take the frying pan and put it under the sink. Now that flaming grease just gets spread everywhere. An ABC fire extinguisher is meant to take care of all that. That's why those are the fire extinguishers we generally want to see in a repair facility. Because oil and gasoline and these fluids that are going to be involved with automotive chemicals, we want something like that to take care of them. Last thing I want to say about safety, and this is kind of new, electrical safety and hybrids. Read the book. Go to the service info. You should not be trying to do anything until you have at least glanced at how does that vehicle work. Some vehicles, even for simple stuff, are going to require that you unhook the hybrid battery. Usually there's a tab or a plug that you undo so that the hybrid battery, which is high amperage, is disconnected from the car. it does not take a lot of amps to stop your heart, let alone seize all your muscles. If you start playing with a hybrid battery or the heavy orange cables of a hybrid car and you don't know what you're doing, you're not even putting you at risk, you're putting everyone you work around at risk. So understand with hybrid safety, you have to read the warnings ahead of time. Now there's a whole slew of other safety things. Lift safety, jack safety, the proper use of tools. All this is stuff that you guys probably went over in intro class, whether it was a class ago or 10 classes ago. It's easy to get lazy about safety. But ultimately, the goal is we want to go home every night. We don't want to make anybody at home sick. We don't want our career to kill us. We're doing this to make a living to take care of our families. So you're going to get a task. It's going to ask you a couple simple questions. But hey, just review these safety things. Now, for tomorrow's class, we're going to start talking about different types of customers. We're going to talk about some of the myths. You know, the customer's always right. They're not always right, but you also have to know the right way to deal with them. We're going to talk about the different types and understanding that you can't approach everybody the same way. Okay? All right. Guys, do me a favor, look in your Unit 2, start reading the textbook chapter that goes with Unit 2. That's going to give you some insight into the customer stuff we're going to talk about.